What's up, everybody? Most of the games you're going to see in this pickups video came from other YouTubers. Either I did a trade with them, I bought it from them, or a few of the things were just given as gifts. Now, the last time I did a pickups video a few weeks ago, most of the stuff in that video, if I remember, was from other YouTubers as well. So apparently for the last month, I've been getting like 90% of my games from you guys, so thank you. Apparently my fat cat is also going to sit here and clean herself while I show you these games. So this is OTEP, by the way, everyone. Stop licking your goddamn gut. Anyway, let's get started. First up is a copy of Firepower 2000. I said Fist Power 2000 in the first clip I tried to film. Apparently I'm not thinking about video games right now. Gross. This was purchased from McFly3077 on YouTube. He saw a video where I listed a bunch of games I'm looking for, and this was one of them. Shot me a message and gave it to me for a little less than like the going price online, so I got a little bit of a deal on it. Thank you very much for that. I don't think I've shown this game already, but I'm sort of having like a deja vu moment. If I did, oh well, you'll see it twice. It's a copy of Duke Nukem 3D, a complete copy. This was sent to me as a gift from Nose Picker. That's the YouTube channel. So thank you very much, dude. This next whole bunch of games I'm going to show you is all a part of a trade I did with a YouTuber by the name of Devil May Pie. He was looking for a Game Boy Advance SP. I didn't have one at that exact moment, and Joey didn't have one at his booth either, but I knew that they were pretty easy to find at my flea market. So what I did is I took a copy of Majora's Mask on the 64 that I had found garage sailing. I traded that and a little bit of cash for a Game Boy SP with one of the other vendors. I then contacted, him, Devil May Pie. We set up the trade. He gave me the whole list of all the stuff he wanted to trade, and I paid him a little bit also on top of it. He sent me the stuff. I sent him the system. He did an unboxing video on his channel, which you should go check out. And now I'm going to show you all the stuff he sent. Out of everything I'm about to show, I'm only keeping two things for my collection, and that would be a complete copy of Blood Omen 2. The Legacy of Kain series is one of those that I just never bought anything for. I rented some of the games in the series a long time ago, and I enjoyed them, so I was sort of like, why don't I own any of these damn games? This helps in that regard. Now I at least own one of them. And the other thing is a copy of the instruction manual for Dragon Ball Z Boo's Fury on the Game Boy Advance. I have the game, I don't have the box. Now I at least have the manual for it. Anything you guys see from this point on that you might be interested in, send me a message, if you want to do a trade or a sale. But the idea for this stuff is mainly to sell it to Joey at a really low cost so he can make some money on it at his booth. First I'm going to show you all of the instruction manuals that Devil May Pie sent me that I didn't even know he was going to. We have Mario Pinball Land for the Advance. Another copy of Dragon Ball Z Boo's Fury. I keep wanting to say Boo's Furry. That would be really creepy, and I'm glad I don't. Pokemon Emerald version. There's some decent guides, or not guides, manuals that he sent here. Pokemon Fire Red version. Pokemon Ruby. Pokemon Pinball. And then we got Pokemon Crystal version. That one's really cool. The Pokemon Trainer's Guide, a Tiger Electronics little instruction manual for the Pokedex, Mario Paint, and Super Return of the Jedi. Now for the games, we have Tasmania on the Super Nintendo. We have not a copy of Spyro. It is actually Crash Bandicoot 2, and a copy of Tekken Tag Tournament, a complete copy of Resident Evil 2 in good shape. I'm just going to kind of go through some of these a little quicker. We got Call of Duty Big Red one. It's the Collector's Edition. Now this is not both Marvel and Forza. This is just a copy of Forza 2 inside. Forza Motorsports on Xbox. Real quick, Everything that I'm showing you right now is also like the better condition stuff. I'll show you like the poorer condition stuff at the end. I did know ahead of time everything that was going to be like scratched or conditioned issues because we talked about it, so there was no surprises here. I have a copy of Jack 2, Burnout 3 Takedown. We have Guilty Gear X2 on the Xbox. This is a really good one. Dot Hack Mutation Part 2. This has both discs, the game and the DVD, but no instruction manual. I'm going to probably say that this is like the best game out of this whole lot, besides like the complete Resident Evil 2. Soul Calibur 3. Custom-made packaging for Resident Evil 3, but it does have the game disc and the back cover art and the demo disc for Dino Crisis in there. And we have Unreal 2, The Awakening, Enter the Matrix, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Go Die, Elemental Force, Jak and Daxter, and I told you there was a lot of games that he sent. Halo, Dragon Quest VIII. Now this does have the manual in there as well. We have Destroy All Humans on Xbox. Crash Bandicoot and the Wrath of Cortex. True Crime Streets of LA on GameCube. Now the rest of this stuff, there's only a few more, but this is the stuff that was a little bit scratched up. This is going to most likely go to Aaron because he has a resurfacing machine. A copy of Crackdown on the 360. Guitar Hero 2. We have Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup on the PlayStation. Like I said, some of this I'm just going to give to Aaron. I'm not going to give him these two. There is this one complete? No, this one is also, this is missing the manual. It has all the discs, but a copy of Final Fantasy VIII, I believe like one or two of the discs has a fair amount of scratching on it. And then we have sort of a oddball copy of Final Fantasy VII. It has the back cover art, no manual. It has all three discs, and I think disc 1 is the one that is in rough shape. But disc 2 and 3, if I'm correct, are in pretty decent shape. Then the last thing is a copy of Ace Combat 04, Shattered Skies on the PS2. So that is everything he sent, and a letter. But like I said, if you are interested in anything, let me know. Obviously, a lot of this stuff is more like filler title for Joey's booth, so the plan is just to sell, you know, everything individually for a couple bucks to him, so then he can make $5 on the majority of it. I don't know. I might hang on to that copy of Resident Evil 2 a little bit, not in the sense of keeping for my collection, but because you guys might be interested in that, and same thing with that Dot Hack. So let me know. Everything else now I'm going to show you, though, is not for sale or trade, so please don't ask about it. I showed this game in a garage sale pickups video, but I didn't say I was officially keeping it. I decided to officially keep Solar Jetman on the NES. It is by no means a rare or expensive game, but I did not own it, and it cleaned up pretty nice, so I'm adding it to my NES collection. And this next game has a funny story. This was sent to me for free by a YouTuber that goes by the name Ben Combs 1990. He basically just wanted me to show this and warn other gamers about situations like this. He bought this brand new, sealed, at his local flea market, and at first glance, you know, it looks pretty legit. But when he opened it up, popped the game in, it did not work. That is because it is a fake bootleg copy. You won't be really able to tell on camera probably, but the label on the sticker is like really yellow. It almost looks dirty. It's because it's just a shitty, you know, printed sticker. And on the outside, the cover insert isn't terrible, but it's just a little blurry, especially in like the printing of the words down below. There's a lot of little things, like the little gold emblem for Nintendo isn't shiny like it's normally supposed to be. Now, if you did not have a copy of the actual, you know, North American release of this to hold next to it, you wouldn't probably notice it, especially if it was sealed. But one key thing that threw me off, besides the shitty label on the inside, was the instruction manual is set up like a children's book with very little text and just a few pictures. Now, I have a copy of the actual American release right here, and cover, there are some differences, but nothing, wow, look at that, that's so noticeable. It's when you turn it over on the back, you can clearly see many, many differences. And the manual on the inside has different artwork than the cover does, unlike the bootleg. And the manual is set up like an actual instruction manual, especially from Square Enix, who always packs in tons and tons of information. Now, this is not really that uncommon at all. To find a sealed DS game might be a little bit more uncommon than finding like just the little carts only or Game Boy Advance games, especially Pokemon. That's a huge one that's bootlegged. A lot of them come from China, but key things to look out for is just the printing quality. Does it look like you could have done this on your home computer? And if it's not sealed, obviously open it up. Does the cart look shitty? I mean, does there just something wrong with the label compared to your other DS games? Look at the manual. This is a pretty decent one. This one looks pretty good, but there are still ways to just sort of be able to tell. And one of the key things is the trademark Nintendo stuff, like that seal, or where they put like Nintendo on certain things. Like there's the other seal on the game, and on the back. Does it look right? Does it match your other stuff? Just things to look out for, but not that rare to come across shitty bootleg copies. These last few things I want to show you are not games, but they are game related. First is a figurine for Xenosaga Episode 3. I got this at my friend's anime shop called Anime Fix. This is a Figma figurine, so very high quality. I know it's glary and you can not really tell, but you can look at the back pictures. It comes with interchangeable parts and faces. Big Xenosaga fan, and he's been getting a lot of cool figures recently that I've been wanting or I ordered a long time ago, and this was definitely one that I had seen in a magazine. I was like, get me that, I want that. Lastly, I have a set of books where if you're a Final Fantasy fan at all, you will probably find these pretty cool. These are the 25th Anniversary Memorial Ultimania books. They are in 3 different volumes, and they're basically like an art book, character guide, little sketches and different info bits from all the different games. This is the Volume 3, which covers games 10 through 14. And Volume 2 has 7, 8, and 9. And I'm showing you them in reverse order because I have Volume 1 out of its little bag. And this covers games 1 through 6. And they are in Japanese. That's the only downside, but it's not that big of a downside because most of it is just, like I said, art and awesome pictures from the games. I mean, really cool paintings. We have sketches of different items and emblems from all the games. These are some really, really awesome books. I got these also at my friend's anime shop. These are pretty pricey. He gives me some really good deals on shit. Basically, a little bit more than what he pays for them himself. So he had these originally priced at $55 a book, and I believe he knocked about, let's see, I paid $140 for all 3 books and this Figma. And if you know anything about Figmas, they aren't cheap by themselves. So, like I said, awesome, awesome deal. But see if you can find a copy of these books. I mean, they're awesome, like hardcover, nice big, guides to just kind of have a orgasm of Final Fantasy all over. That sounded kind of nasty, but you get what I mean. I sat the day I got these and for hours, I think for like 2 or 3 hours, and just looked through every single page of each volume. Now, all of those books were for the 25th anniversary, but I also have the 20th anniversary books for the Final Fantasy Ultimania series. These are set up differently, though, than the 25th anniversary. They did these in, basically, File 1 had all of the characters from all the games that came out at that time. File 2 was, like, all the main scenarios from each game. And file 3 had like all the different battle elements, like summons and weapons and magical spells, and it has little pictures of all just like attack scenes, and you can see there's some of the characters and what their abilities were. So just a lot of information. Now these ones also have a lot more text in them, all still in Japanese, so it's not quite as easy to understand what's going on as it is with, you know, the 25th anniversary, because most of that are just pretty pictures. But anyway, that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you all later. Peace!